Hey everybody, you know who it is, doing what I do. So let's get started. Here today I'm bringing you the Kamen Double Renewal, aka Shukeki Seiho. Let's get it started. Overall, this figure is done honestly beautifully in my opinion. As it looked like it's straight out of the show, it looks like a straight up suit design turned into a toy, which is what it is, but it looks absolutely stunning and beautiful. I'm a huge Kamen Rider fan, everyone knows this. So when we get stuff like this, I'm very happy. Overall, they fixed a ton of things from the initial design back in 2009, 2010. They fixed the design, the color, proportions, articulation. It's all there. It's really done really well. One of the first things they did was they fixed the cape prop, which is something really cool because it was on a ball joint before, but it was so easily broken or it came down. And it's one of those things where it got really annoying. So this one is easily fixed and remedied because it's on a better ball joint, but you can actually move it anyway. And it's squeaky because, well, it's brand new. I just took it out the box. So forgive me for that or not. It is what it is. So let's get started on review. Let's get into it. Overall, the articulation is there, just like every other Shikeki Seiho. Shoulder pads are on the arm, but they're also on the ball joint, so that way you don't lose any form of articulation. Rotates in, rotates out, up, down, all the way out. Just much like a human body. The waist swivel is there. One of the really cool things is they fixed the belt. So now you can actually move the inside of his belt. So if you want maximum articulation, you can still rotate in and rotate the belt up. That way no articulation is lost. Legs are double jointed, so it comes all the way out. There's toe pivot as well. And it rotates in and rotates out. It rotates more in than it does out, as you can see. So if you want to do a rider kick, a side kick, as far as can he do a split, this is as far out as he rotates. But for obvious reasons, he can go all the way forward. As far as backwards, a chainsaw would say how that booty look. So let's go. We're going to see. So this is as far as it goes booty-wise. And one of the really cool things, because it just actually happened, the guy memories actually can be taken out and held in hand. So I'm going to show you that really quickly as I repurpose and repose him very quickly. Oh, neck articulation. It goes left, right, up, down. It can cover basically every which way that you would want it to. There's no way that it can't go. So one really cool thing is that the guy memories can actually come out. And I know this is very, very tiny. So I'm going to try to refocus it. As you can see, it actually even put a little bit of attention to detail in it. It actually says Cyclone on it. And what's really cool is that there is a hand that can hold it for the tiny memory. And please be careful when you're holding double, guys, because you can and will lose it. And this is really cool. Like, you can actually do pictures where he holds it. So I just figured I'd show you guys. So now I'm going to take the time to put the memory back in. So please be careful. Honestly, if you're not going to do pictures where you're showing off the belt, I would advise you do not take out the guy memories. You leave them inside. Another really cool thing that I thought was really dope, because you had to buy before other figures to get it, they gave you the extra long wind cape. So you can now do this. And what's really cool is that the figure is actually not very back heavy. So you don't have to worry about it like the figure actually falling over or being back heavy and things like that. It just does it on its own. He's actually very fine on its own. So I'm going to pop that out. And one thing I want to do is I want to compare it to the old one, so you can see just how far they've come with the Renewal line. They're just doing really well. They're knocking it out of the park. And the reason why I don't review much more Kamen Rider is because personally I don't think people care. I do. But people have asked me more and more about the double, so I figured I'd show you. So as you can see, the proportion wise, he's a little bigger. The portions are much more rounder. It's much more like the suit design. Here you can tell it's just an action figure. But if this was by itself, you would almost think that it was a person in a suit, which is really cool. There's much more detail in the belt, the proportions, everything. So you're going in the trash. Forget you. Otherwise, double comes with a ton of hands. So he comes with the maximum drive hands when he holds up both hands. These are really cool. Comes with the pointing count up your sins for his main line that he says when he henshins. He comes with closed fists, which is his default hands that he comes with on him. He comes with palms for holding his motorcycle is what I'm guessing. I'm about to try it next. So I'm going to put that on him next. And as I said before, the guy memory holding hands, which are really, really cool, honestly. So let's get here and try it on a motorcycle. So here we know that the hard boiler has been announced for a renewal, but if you have the old one, I don't think you need to buy the new one unless you want the new proportions, because the old double was actually too small to actually fit on this one properly. But let's check it out now. It actually looks like this one may be too big for this one. But we're going to see as I want to make sure he fits on it properly. But overall right now it's looking okay. It just looks like it's a little too big. But I just want to make sure I cover this because this is actually very important for those who want to buy the renewals. Actually, no, he fits pretty well. He actually fits. Yep, he fits pretty well. So if you don't want to buy the renewal and you have this one was also web shop, by the way. You can now get this one because he actually fits really well. The color's a little off though now because they've done a new matte green as opposed to this metallic green. But if you have the old hard boiler, just know that he actually fits really well on this one. Not completely well, but it's well enough so that way if you want to take pictures or do anything, he fits really well. So I'm going to do some pictures, cover some stuff. Hopefully you guys like. Honestly, if you're into the renewals or you're into Kamen Rider, all the renewals should be a must-have for you. Must-have. So I don't want to give it a 10 out of 10, but it's a huge improvement over the first one. Compared to the first one, it's a 10 out of 10. If you have any issues, which would probably be the base color for the green, which not being metallic, it's more of a matte green that they changed. That might be the only issue. Otherwise, it's a perfect and solid figure. Go out and get one if you haven't, because I know it's going to skyrocket in price. Double is very popular. So go out and copy one. Thanks, guys. Later.